Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats. Ladies and gentlemen who don't know what the timing is like, take your seats. That was very hard.
So I've put it here. So we call the names first, and then it's just under it, in red.
This one, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
this
okay.
one is.
Thank you so much.
Sure, my pleasure.
Okay.
Thomas, he's on the third row, I think. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats.
démarre. Ladies and gentlemen, dear sport friends, good evening. I'm pleased to declare the AISTS graduation ceremony of the Master of Advanced Studies in Sport Management and Technology edition 2022 officially open.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Please join me in giving a warm welcome to Claude Schricker, the AISTS Executive Director. Since the creation of the program, it's always been very pioneering. So it started in 2003 with a math program launched in 2003. It was the first truly multidisciplinary international sports management degree. Then, in 2005, we launched the first seminar for women in sports, training over 300 women from 100 countries. And these are just a few examples of pioneering initiatives. The program has also been recognized as one of the best programs in the world, receiving, again, the #1 place in ED Universal Ranking. So very well done, Claude. And we'll be celebrating tomorrow also our 20th anniversary.
Thank you, Céline. Thank you for these nice words. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Céline Borin, our professional development coach. Céline is a key person in our team, helping our participants and alumni to develop their career successfully in sports. A big thank you, Céline, for your continuous and loyal support to the program since actually 2013.
Correct. Thank you very much, Claude.
This evening, we are together here in the beautiful Olympic Museum to celebrate you, the 2022 class. And we are very honored to have with us tonight Mr. Sermiang, first Vice President of the International Olympic Committee.
Our keynote speaker, Mr. Benoît Thévenat, you will discover later.
The members of AISTS Council,
Members of the scientific committee will also join us.
alumni, friends, and families.
And most importantly, the 2022 graduating class. Graduates, what a year. A year that you've decided to invest in yourself, to dare to follow your dream, your passion of working in international sports. Coming to Lausanne, the beautiful Olympic capital. Coming to studying at one of the most scenic campuses in the world. And creating memorable moments and friendships for life. For many of you, deciding to join AISTS was taking a leap of faith. You decided to leave behind well-established life, well-established career, to dare to expose yourself to new geographies, new industries, new functions, new everything. But like great athletes, I must say that you dedicated yourself fully to follow your dreams. And all this paid off.
Dear graduates, nothing is impossible. Or the other way, like a famous brand, impossible is nothing. In this turbulent world, we encourage you to continue on your journey with the same dedication and drive that you have demonstrated during your study. And we strongly believe that well-educated sport managers are key assets for the development of the sport world. Dear graduates, no matter what direction your life will take you on, we ask you one thing: always believe in the values of sports, excellence, friendship, and respect. And keep your smile, your openness, your excellence, and your passion. This is your trademark.
Dear graduates, we are very proud to already see some of your accomplishments. There are many of them, so we can't name them all. But some of you have decided to join some usual suspects, like IOC, FIBA, UCI, World Rowing, Volleyball World. Others have joined some new recruiters for AISTS, like OG Esports, one of the best esports teams in the world, Arena Events, Atletissima, and also the International Committee for Dev Sports. Others went for the entrepreneurial route, joining startups or creating their own business. So big congratulations for all of you for creating these opportunities for yourself. And also, I think that it's also time to congratulate and thank your family. Because like athletes, nothing is possible without a good entourage. So let's applaud this great teamwork to your success now.
Dear graduates, President Thomas Bach has just caught COVID. He is very sad not to be here with you tonight. Fortunately, you could share a nice moment with President Bach when you visited the ROC Olympic House last year. Your two Olympian classmates, Elisa Hemmerle and Lea Sprunger, could sign the Olympian wall in presence of President Bach. Everyone remember this nice moment. Fortunately, tonight, Mr. First Vice President Ser Myang is representing the International Olympic Committee and will speak to you. Ser Myang is member of the ROC since 1998 and has a long and rich experience in the governance and leadership of the Olympic movement. Notably, Ser Myang led the first Youth Olympic Games back in 2010 in his country, Singapore. He is also involved in many or chairing many of the important and key IOC commissions. The list is very long. I would just mention the Olympic TMS, the Olympic Channel, and also the Coordination Commission of the Los Angeles 2028 Games. Ser Myang is also a sailor. His main sport is sailing with many participation to international sailing race. Please welcome First Vice President Ser Myang.
Thank you very much, Claude, for this very kind introduction. Good afternoon, everyone. So first of all, best wishes and regards from the IOC President Thomas Bach. As you heard, he's down with COVID and is working at home. He was actually looking forward very much to be here at your graduation ceremony, since he had already been with you and welcomed you 1 year ago on 4th November 2021 at the Olympic House and at his office. So first of all, congratulations to all the graduates. You have completed your study at one of the most challenging Master of Sports Administration. This class is as diversified and universal as we can see, and this is like sports itself. 14 nationalities, 2 Olympians, Elisa Hemmerle, Austria, gymnastic, Tokyo 2020, and Lea Sprunger, Swiss athlete, London 2012, Rio 2016, and Tokyo 2020. Already under normal circumstances in normal time, completing the AISTS is a very impressive achievement. But you can be especially proud because you did so during a global pandemic and with many challenges that all of us face in different ways. Like Olympic athletes, You needed flexibility, determination, perseverance, resilience, and excellence. And I think the theme of this graduation ceremony is especially fitting. Nothing is impossible. And I hope this will continue to be our motto throughout life. Lessons from the pandemic. We can only go faster, aim higher, become stronger if we stand together in solidarity. Our Olympic motto has been amended to be faster, higher, stronger, and together. And the word together tells us that we need more solidarity in this very challenging time. Solidarity is at the heart of the Olympic mission, to make the world a better place through sport. As AISTS graduates, you are now part of the Olympic community. Congratulations. You are best prepared to contribute to our mission as you know the importance of the values of sport and the contribution of sports to society. Post-pandemic world will need sport, and it needs graduates like you to shape the future. We will encourage you to go faster, aim higher, become stronger together. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Vice President Sermiang, for your inspiring message. Now we would like to be inspired by the athlete.
Tell me what you want and I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm not giving up, come on, we got nothing left to lose. I've been here from the start, you know I'm not going anywhere. Tell me what you want, you can get it. Tied up, bad vibes, bad luck, been swinging like a boomerang. Dried up, all talk, no fight, now we're coming like a hurricane. This adrenaline is coming out of me like a bolt electricity.
¡Qué campeón es fantástico!
Absolutely brilliant.
¡Oro olímpico!
Hold up. Coming out of me, lightning bolt electricity. Blow up. Staring at the seams, yeah, I see it unraveling. Holding back the curtain, got the sun in my eye. Everybody, they've been hurting, but they push it aside. Every person is a person with a different disguise. Tell me what you want right now.
Yeah, well you can get it. Yeah, you can get it. The Olympic champion. Quelle incroyable championne.
Not great. Definitely not great.
Tell me what you want and I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm not giving up, come on, we got nothing left to lose. I've been here from the start, you know I'm not going anywhere. Tell me what you want, you can get it.
Tell me what you want right now.
You can get it.
And now, the time that many of you have been expecting, time for celebration.
We would like to invite on stage Vice President Sermiang, Mrs. Nuria Puig, Head of University Relations at the Olympic Study Center, representing also the IOC, Professor Edgar Philippin from University of Lausanne, our President, and Professor Daniel Oyon, Chairman of the Scientific Committee. Please come on stage.
And before presenting the 2022 class with their diplomas, we will start with honoring some 2021 graduates who have been graduating since last year graduation. So you will be called in alphabetical order, you'll be invited to come to stage, pick up your diploma, and greet our dignitaries.
Gabor Zippenpfennig.
Well done.
Congratulations.
Shivani Hasia. Zarir Khan. And Shreyas Bhatia, who is following us online.
And we're now going to present you the 2022 class with your diplomas. So similarly, you're going to be called in alphabetical order. You're going to be invited to come on stage, pick your diplomas, greet our dignitaries. You will also be invited to sign the oath on your way back. This oath will also be displayed upstairs for the cocktail. And also, there will be a group picture upstairs and also at the end of the ceremony here just for you.
Andrew Koch.
Welcome. Thank you. Very well done.
Ankush Mehta, who is not with us today. Anmol Prabhu.
Well done, Anmol.
Artem Buerov.
Well done.
Claudia Cristina Ibarra Reynoso.
Well done, Cici.
Daniel Dos Santos.
Bravo, Daniel.
Elisa Hemmerle.
Well done, Elisa.
Eungyong Choi.
Well done, Yuji.
Francesco Sabatini.
Well done, Francesco. You have it.
Jay Kapoor.
Oops. Well done, Jay.
Kevin Fulham.
Well done, Kevin.
Kijo Han.
Well done, Ki. Very well done.
Lea Sprunger.
Bravo, Léa.
Nominzul Koyag.
Well done, beautiful Nomi. You're welcome.
Polina Petrova.
Well done, Polina.
Pratik Singhal.
Well done, Pratik.
Maybe that's his quote. Sebastian Peribrusa.
Well done, Perry.
Sharuk Jacob Koshi.
Well done, Sharik.
Congratulations. Shubham Ruhela.
Well done, Shubham.
And last but certainly not least, Xiaohan Liu.
A big thank you again to First Vice President Sermiang, and congratulations again to all our graduates. Now I would like to invite AISTS President, Professor Edgar Philippin, to address you. Please, Edgar.
Thank you very much, Claude. Well, what a pleasure to see you here after seeing you in my class last year. It was fun, at least for me. I hope you can say the same. But the fact is that you've just graduated from the sports management program, constantly ranked #1. So congratulations from me as well. It is an exceptional achievement, really, of which you, your families, and your loved ones should really be proud as we are of you. What makes this degree unique is its multidisciplinary approach and the outstanding academic quality guaranteed by no less than the University of Geneva, the Federal Institute of Technology here in Lausanne, IMD, EHL Business School, and of course my alma mater, the University of Lausanne. You will not find this lineup of first-class higher education institutions anywhere else, believe me. Academic. Academic is often associated with theoretical. Some would perhaps even say a bit impractical. And after your experience here with us, you know better, of course. Our lectures have given you the solid background to face the challenges of a changing world as leaders in the noblest sense of the word. You will be able to apply independent thinking to new issues, which, by the way, you will be encountering every day. You realize the increasing importance of technology in all aspects of sports. You understand the effect that the business of sport has on the environment. You comprehend the impact that sport has on society. And of course, all this is connected. And you know how crucial good governance, in sports organizations in particular, is to guarantee the integrity and fair play that is the essence of the practice of any sport. And therefore, you will be committed to adhering to the highest moral standards, even in the most difficult situations. That's a lot, but we know we can expect it from you. It will sometimes require courage, but we are confident you're ready. What makes your stay here in Lausanne, Olympic capital, invaluable is, of course, also the practical experience that you are able to get, among other things, from team projects in the world of real sport, including very concrete engagement and mandates. You have been in first-hand contacts with sports organizations, first of which, of course, the International Olympic Committee, one of our founders. We can all feel very honored that Mr. Huang Semien took time out of his very busy schedule of first vice president, especially when, in the absence of President Bach, he has actually a double schedule to meet. And it's really a testament to the hard work of all of you, and of course, not only you, but also the wonderful permanent staff of AISTS and the professors. I see a few ones here. And all of this, with your efforts, have dedicated a lot towards the degree you have received today. In addition to the IOC, you have also been able to work with many international federations, intergovernmental agencies such as ITA. I think Ben Cohen, is he here? I thought I had seen him. Anyway, hi. He's a graduate of 2009, I believe. So you see where this can take you. WADA, sport event organizers, sport companies such as equipment manufacturers, media, marketing agencies, sponsors, and many others. Nowhere else could you have found such broad exposure to practice. It's impossible to name everyone, of course, and I apologize for that, but I am sure that you realize the strength of your network now. With your fellow alumni of the past 20 years, this is the family you belong to as AISTS graduates. But of course, this is not the end of your educational journey. As you know, the importance of lifelong learning. At AISTS, not only have we adapted the curriculum of our main program, inaugurated e-learning modules, and entered innovative partnerships with institutions in India, Korea, and so on, but we have also introduced for you short programs of continued educations, for example, in the fields of entrepreneurship with Professor Yves Pigneur, who you know is recognized as one of the world's most influential personalities in management thinking. We also have digital innovation, sustainability, event management and organization, and so on. So please come back, either to learn more or perhaps a bit later, to share your knowledge and experience with the next generations. Our commitment to you is to always be at the cutting edge of what is relevant for sport and society. Congratulations again, and enjoy the evening.
Thank you very much, Edgar, for this great talk and for reinforcing how practical the program is, because I think it's indeed some of the things that the recruiters really appreciate a lot when I speak to them is the practicality and the hands-on that aspect of our graduates. So yeah, thank you very much. Also, I would like to thank the members of our scientific committee who are here with us today: Giovanni Battista Derchi, Juan Carlos Landrov, Emmanuel Bell, Daniel Oyon, the co-creator of the program and chairman of the scientific committee since 2003, Emmanuel Bell, and Boris Kojanovic.
And we have also tonight with us one of our most loyal professors who actually lead the marketing and sponsorship module since 2005. So Björn Walliser, really a big thank you. And I'm sure the class also look forward to again meet you at the cocktail. Thanks, a big thank you again for the cooperation of all these years, and as well also the cooperation within other programs, starting with AISTS India. We have the honor also tonight to have a few of our close partners from our institution or sport organization. I would like to mention first Professor François Bussy, former president of the Academy, who is a professor at University of Lausanne and former vice rector. I would like also to mention our council member representing the University of Lausanne, the vice rector Jérôme Rossier, with us also tonight. We also have the representative of the École Hôtelière, Mr. Stéphane Haddad, academic director of the EHL Graduate School. We also have Danielle Odeguer, if she has arrived, representing the city of Lausanne, as well as Guy Horn, founder of A Media, who is also a good partner in terms of working as well with our alumni. So I'm sure I've forgotten someone. I would like also to mention Carla Spielmann, an alumni also who is actually member of the Swiss Manager Association board, who will be also represented by Ilaria Esposito, who will also speak to you in a moment and who is co-president of this Swiss Sport Managers Association. And last but not least, you know that in our building we have an international sport organization that is very important for AISTS because we cooperate since also many years, and represented tonight with Secretary General Eric Saint-Tron, with Director General Paolo Ferreira, as well as Mrs. Sarah Lewis. Mrs. Sarah Lewis, who actually will join FISU beginning of next year as Secretary General Deputy. And I'm speaking about Sarah because we together share the same passion and love for alpine ski racing. Sarah was the executive director of the International Ski Federation, FIS, for I don't know how many years, 20 years or something like this. And we have cooperated since the beginning of AISTS. Sarah was among the steering committee creator of the Sport Event Management Organization Seminar, the SEMOS, at the time, and has been teaching, lecturing, presenting FIS at AISTS also every single year. So Sarah, welcome again. And we look forward also to continue the cooperation and to speak about the quantity of snow and so on. I would like now to give the floor to Secretary General Eric Saint-Tron or the team of FISU. I think they have a little message also for us all. Please.
Thank you, Claude. Today I will not make a long speech. First of all, I would like to congratulate all graduated students. But I have to tell you, no, it's just a start. No, you have to deliver something to the sports community. And I wish you the best for your career in sports. And you have also, you just mentioned the beginning of AISTS. tomorrow you will celebrate 20th anniversary. Unfortunately, both my Director General and myself, we have to travel. We will not be able to join you for the reception. But I remember the first time I went to the AISTS office, it was quite small. When I say small, it was really small. And then I say, what they can do with not more space for the students, because even the meeting rooms are very small as well for the students. And then, as you know, now you're lucky to be in the Synathlon. But to tell you the story about the Synathlon, it took us 3 years of our life, both for Claude and myself, dealing with the architect, dealing with the Canton de Vaud. And I can tell you that it was not so easy to start in 2015 and finally to make the opening 2018. But it's, I believe that you could believe that it was not easy, but the result is great. You have a great venue for your classes. And for us as FISU, we have a fantastic office where we can invite all of international federation and enjoy the life in the campus of Lausanne, because it was also the main objective, it was to move the FISU on the campus. And we were successful after a couple of years. Now, as I will not be there tomorrow, I wanted to present to Claude a $1 million gift. Well, no, it's Swiss franc. It's more or less the same now. Just to remind you that 20 years of your work deserve more than this. But this is your best gift, all those graduated students. Then Claude, be careful, it's 1 million. This is for you, for your office. And good luck for the future, you did a great job. Thank you. And thank you for your friendship. You know, his son was as well, he was a good skier, but his son was even better, no? Of course. And he attended the FISU games, and I was very proud to have your son in our games. Thank you. Good evening to everyone, and congratulations again to all graduated.
Thank you, Eric.
For a short entertainment break. So for the people that are watching us online, a short video will be displayed. And here, we're very honored to welcome a special
beautiful show and performance that really touch our heart. Dear sport friends, how does a shattered guy with 20% upper body who doesn't move his fingers or wrist work? How did he manage to get back on a dirt bike 6 years only after the accident without even feeling his body? How can he walk with an exoskeleton without having balance and upper body? These questions are constantly asked to Benoît Thévenat. For this, it took him years of hard work, an iron will. Today, Benoît is here to share his story. Ladies and gentlemen, Benoît is really the incarnation that nothing is impossible. Please, Benoît.
Good evening. How are you? I'm sorry, before you see a nice dancing, and now you see Robocop in action. Before, I want to say I'm a little bit apologize because my English is really bad. For me, it's so difficult, similar to walk with my robot to speak English, especially now to talk and walking. You can see when we put when I put my weight in the left side, the step go automatically.
Benoît Thévenat, ma passion, c'est le motocross. C'était vraiment pour moi un plaisir de pouvoir rouler en moto, faire les sauts, l'adrénaline des départs, de pouvoir partir devant. C'est vraiment un truc qui reste ancré dans le cerveau. Après 4 ans intensifs en motocross sur nature junior, je gagne ma première course. Le plaisir fut de courte durée. Une semaine après, je me retrouve tétraplégique après un accident de BMX lors du Supercross à Yverdon. Je ne marcherai plus et ne remonterai plus sur une moto. C'est à ce moment-là que commence le plus grand challenge de ma vie.
Je te montre le programme du jour. Commencer par l'échauffement sur fameux, après revenir par se faire des exercices d'abdos, équilibre, etc. Exactement. On y va? C'est parti.
Since I'm going to unpack my life to you, you will probably discover that I like driving fast and I love adrenaline. You should also know that I would have been better off if I hadn't been stuck on this piece of junk with 2 extra wheels and not enough power in the engine.
L'objectif qu'on s'était fixé avec mon coach adapté était de remonter sur une moto. On s'entraîner et maintenant il y a une facilité de mouvement. J'arrive même au bout de quelques séances à avoir vraiment du plaisir de retrouver l'adrénaline qu'il y avait avant en motocross.
I want to say a big thanks to my father, who is always there to tinker and find solutions to all my projects. It really gives me the creep when I see video of myself riding in motorbike. All my career I was trying to push my limit because I start competition only when I was 16 years old, because my uncle is quadriplegic with an accident of motorbike. It was difficult time because I want to ride all the time, but in the same time I forced myself to use all my frustration to train more and more. Running, fitness, motocross, skiing was a part of my training.
Comme un fauteuil roulant avec les mouvements peut être pénible quoi. Quand je suis sur la moto, il y a d'autres qui pensent que la moto quoi. Dans mon esprit, c'est concentration sur moto et puis l'handicap ne fait plus partie de mon corps en fait. Il y a un sentiment de liberté qui est super agréable.
And after a crash on motorcycle, I broke my occiput. I decided to come back only when I have a better condition physical. But you know the good points, you don't have only a motorbike. With training, I can drive now car, boat, bicycle, and then sometimes I can drive some quad. But before driving, I'm sure you want to know what's happened to me. So the 10th July 2005, I was there to defend my third place in the Swiss championship, and the weather was really bad because you have some rain. So the organizer decided to propose to the rider to make a jump with bicycle in the back with some matlas, and I do one jump the first time, and everything was correct. I say, oh, so it's cool, I will try a second time. And when I do the second jump, I push my bicycle out to me to don't give my bicycle in my body, because the metal it's really hard, and it's different, or we can say that when I go on the matlas, I was in the place you don't have so much. So I broke my C6 vertebra, and I have a spinal cord injury. And when I was in the back mousse, I lost control of 75% of my body, which means that below my arm and chest, I can move and feel anything. And in the back mousse, I try to get up and scream, but nothing reacts. Neither my body, not my breathing. I have no more air to do the essential things we do every second, breathing. I told myself that it was the end, because this accident stopped my career of motocross rider, which have great goals. But behind every challenge, there is a reward. I remember when I was dying at the bottom of mattress tray, based on the facts it was necessary to go above the muscular fatigue to reorganize the central nervous system. From my point of view, I didn't see any norms of progress except destroying myself and physically and psychologically. But once again, in every negative thing, there is something positive. This week's training course of 1 month forced me to understand the discipline of the training, because for several years, I trained an average of 6 hours a day, every day. These good things helped me because I've coach Claude de la Palma found an article in the newspaper and called me and say, yeah, what you do, it's interesting. You don't do the same what we do in hospital. And he tried to coach me and manage me, and he gave me some book of development personnel. And it's really helped me. I think it was the beginning to understand what is important in the life. After 2 years of quadriplegia, I need to change something. So I decided to see a healer, Dr. Joao in Brazil, and I was going there to make more like a surgery invisible. That means it's a little bit complicated to explain, but he just helped me, I think, to to be better with my mind and to start meditation and light therapy. Tired of intensive therapy with Professor Charlet, I couldn't take it anymore. I decided to see the Centre Giusti in Italy. And this center learned me to try more with musculature than coordination. So it was quite a good new motivation for my training. At this period of my life, everything was difficult. So I tried to make a little step. I go in a hospital, Zurich, East London, to implant some electric stem cells in the belly and in the legs. And this case helped me a little bit to have more function in the bladder and in the legs. But anyway, it was only the beginning. So it was not the best feeling I can have to get better. Laurie was my girlfriend for 7 years and intensive relationship. Life has put me in front of one of the hardest experiences of my life. The one who loved me, gave me pleasure, support me during the accident, who support me, listen to me, who was my confidant, my nurse. And I decided to leave to fly on off her wings. But what reproach could I make? In her place, I would have probably stayed after a few weeks with a quadriplegic. But then again, it was the most difficult life experience ever. But again, thanks to my coach, my family, and my incredible friends who forced me to get out of my comfort zone. Kick me in the ass so I would sing and force me to go out. See people, everything, and I hate to do that in this time. This moment in my life made me understand one thing. Everything can be healed by moving forward and letting time do its work. So after losing that, I start to come back what I like the most, motocross. And I start to working in the bulldozer of 15 ton. In October 2009, I start to work with TCS because he want to make some lesson to rent how to drive with car. This was really difficult because I have no idea how to make that. I have no idea how to build ice. But anyway, with a little practice and times, we start with that. So you can see the circuit is completely ice. Why in Ukraine? Because everything is different with ethic and it's not the same politic. So I inject some stem cells and some electric implant in my neck, and it really helped me to get better and to have different point of view. You can see the Dr. Yaminsky. In the beginning, I was a little bit scared because I was thinking, oh, what's happened? It's a different country, but after with the time, we explained me the surgery and everything is the same. It just the hospital was really old. They just have the Second War. He rebuilt, and after nothing changed. So it was a little bit risky, but I don't lose my goal. My goal it was to get better, and in this case, I can say it really helped me. And after that, I need to find solution because all the robots, the therapy, and the sports room we built in Max Regeneration Center in Bulle so we need to find money. So we organize some different kind of events, some motocross, autocross, and one snowcross in the ice. So, like you see before, in 2011, 6 years after my accident, I make one of my first goals. Normally, it's completely impossible when you are quadriplegic, because he fixed my hand in the bar and we fix my legs. And now I drive with the electric bike. That means it's more easy to drive because you have only gas and brake. But yeah, like I'll tell you before, it's more, now I want to get better to have better feeling. Because when you are able to make some jump 20 meters and 8 meters higher, it's not easy to stay on the floor. And like you see before, we found solution to have this exobionics. Before, I want to say thank you EPFL and everybody, because he helped me a lot to try different kind of robot, and this one, it's the best. But again, the company tell me, no, it's not possible for you to try because you are quadriplegic. It's not possible to drive this robot. I say, well, I can drive motorbike, so I think I can try. And so it was really amazing because I was in London, and you have the newspaper Le Matin, maybe you know, was coming with me, and everything was happened perfectly. Because before I was training in the gymnastics, so I have a little bit the same feeling, and I was directly allowed to working. So it was again a good goal. After making surgery in Notville, I make implantation of triceps, and because I have no triceps, and he helped me. Just the bad things, I don't have enough musculature to grow, so it's all the time the same time. So that means I'm really painful. But anyway, in every negative things, you have some good things. I want to know if you follow me. It's okay? Okay, good. Because I'm not all the time scared about my bad English. After that, I make a trip in Vietnam. So it was really one of the more complicated trips, because when I was going there, I have plan, I have everything, and I remember I was there Monday, and when I go there, I see it's crazy, I have nobody. So I found some girl, and he tell me, no, you need to come next month. It's not this day. I say, but I have planned everything. I say, yeah, but you just need to wait. So I understand in this country you have different kind of philosophy of the time. I say, I'm only here for 2 weeks, so what I will do? I say, oh, you just need to wait. So I have maybe other strategy, and I take the plane and I go in the north of the Vietnam, and we found the healer. And anyway, he helped me a lot to feel I need to swim more and to make a different kind of exercise. It was just the come back by airplane, because I have a lot of blood in my back, so I can sit normally. But yeah, again, it's the way of the travel. After that, we decided to go in USA to see some different kind of therapy. For example, we make some exercise. It's more like to make some sector of musculature and different kind of point of view. Maybe Clément, you can explain a little bit more. Voilà. And later we come every year to really come back in this kind of therapy, because, for example, before I was just training, and because I can feel, sometimes I was talking, so see some movie, but after this trip, I really understand the quality is more important to the quantity. That means when I train, I really need to be focused and find the perfect coordination before me and the coach. It's why I have a coach. It's why we train 3 times per week, because it's really important to have a good coach with good material and good training. After that, I was thinking maybe it's good to do something else, to have electric implantation in the spinal cord. And normally this electric stimulation help you to walk, like I do with the exoskeleton, but inside you. But anyway, this trick again will not happen like I was thinking. When I arrived to Bangkok, he lost my 2 wheelchairs and all my luggage. So I remember I was in the airport and I want to go out in the hotel, and the company give me another wheelchair. And when I want to go out the airport, he said me, no, you need to give back the wheelchair. I say, yeah, but what I will do? I will stay in the floor. I say, no, it's not my problem. You need to find a solution. So I remember I was maybe 3 or 4 hours to speak, and in the end, I received, I think, my wheelchair 2 weeks after. So it will be, it was a complicated trip. But anyway, again, I found some solution, and I can speak with the doctor, with everything. But in the end, I don't agree with this operation because, yeah, it was 100,000 francs, so I don't have this money just like that. So maybe one day I will find money. Like I tell you, I have a lot of electric implantation and everything, but with the long term, I see I have pain, I have spasms, so I decide to take off all these things. So it was, yeah, not a mistake, but with the time we understand more and more. After all this surgery and therapy, in 2019, I decided to change my training. I need to see some other horizon. So I try to write some book because a lot of people ask me what we can do, what is good, what is not good. So I say, okay, I will write. But you need to know, writing was not really my cup of tea. I was never strong at school, and even less in French. But with perseverance, all my book I write, I think, 3 times. And I managed to finish my first book in July 2021. But this book still cost me a back ulcer due to the fact that I didn't do a lot of gymnastics. I slept in bad mattresses, and maybe some emotion go out. So you can see on the right side, it's the red things I have. It takes me 1 year to get better. So if you want, I have some book there, and the second one, we go normally the 21 December, we'll finish to the printer. In 2020, we organize one of the most amazing charity race. We take the opportunity because you have the COVID, and you have no events, you have no more race. So we have the possibility to have some rider of World Championship. So this edition was the most amazing. Again, we just take the opportunity. Now you can start the video, just 2 minutes for what is motocross if nobody knows. Clément, si jamais tu fais rien. After that, in 2019, we found some good company because do you know Neurogel en Marche? It's I think the project is one of the most amazing, most of the more amazing therapy we can do. It takes some fat stem in the belly, and it injects in the spinal cord. And with this kind of surgery, a lot of patients have a lot of progress. That means we see you have 6 French patients come in the rehabilitation Max Air Center who work with Clement, and most of them have a lot of progress. For example, you have more progress with the bladder, with the intestine, and some of them can walk again with no defibrillator. And why I discover really important after that, it's the food. Because one day, after all the time I have a lot of pain in my belly, and I start to make some fasting with no drink and no food. And after that, I was feeling a little bit better. So I continue. I eat only food for 1 year, but for sure I miss some probiotic and microbiotic, and I start instinctotherapy. That means you need to smell your food and eat. But for sure, it's better when it's raw and biologic. So at this time, I try to. Sorry, I lost my phone. I made the decision to live as normally as possible. It's a decision that was made deep inside myself. I want to say again thank you to my coach, Claude de la Palma. We work on my mind and personality. Reading best-selling and self-help book has helped me to make more progress. I think I live a more intense life than most of people in general. In fact, I think about it, I have dated more girls in the last few years than I did before my accident. You see, there are also benefits to spending your evening reading self-help book rather than watching stupid movie and eating pizza. Claude, my coach, always asked me to remember that what is invisible is much more important than what is visible. It's like my robots that support me. The invisible micromotor and the integrated circuit are much more important than the visible external metal structure. It's like you. If one day you train some sportsmen, all the work upstream will never be seen when the sportsman will be interviewed or get success. But no matter, you do something by passion because you like it. By the way, I have to tell you a story that may involve all of a student and for which I often thank for life. In the beginning, take a telephone for 3 minutes was an effort equal to doing 30 minutes of motocross race. For those who know motocross, 3 minutes is super physical. Just imagine, sneezing sometimes made me fall off my chair. I can't tell you the panic in some case. For the lovely people who were taking care of me, thanks again to my mom for your help to get back in the chair. And the most vivid memory is the following. In the middle of the night, in intensive care, I wake up and I hear drops of blood on the floor. Oops. I see my catheter has been ripped out instead of filling me with the expected liquid. I'm bleeding out. Natural reflex, I try to call for help, but paralyzed with a tracheotomy, impossible to move or shout. A nurse enters the room to close the window. And as I don't speak and don't move, the nurse doesn't notice anything, doesn't check anything, and just leave. Wow. It was at this time, very moment that I took to myself. My big Benoit, it's going to be complicated and even dangerous if you have to depend on others and if you don't find solution by yourself. At work, my friends, you have to manage your own. After a few minutes of reflection, I suddenly imagine doing the fish with my mouth. This song saved my life. When the nurse came by again, he didn't indeed found it a bit weird and was able to intervene urgently to avoid the worst. I had just experienced one of my most beautiful lessons, the need for independence. There are dozens to tell you about, but I think you don't want to sleep here. To sum up my situation, which seemed very difficult to some young people, I would like to tell you that you should never trust appearance. Of course, It's not all rosy up there. But I know that if it gets dark, even the best therapy becomes useless and end up not working. It's certain that I could have avoided this accident, I would have done it. Because my uncle, Jean Tevena, is also a quadriplegic. So I know it wasn't easy. So my advice for these fit people here, whatever you do, try to calculate and minimize the risk you take. On the other hand, I beg you, take risk. Because a life in which an individual does not take risk is not worth for living. So, who in the room, after hearing my story, my goal want to live his dream, that he never dared to live before. You know, all my life, I have a lot of problems. When it's happened, you think it's the end of the world. But then you found solution, and after a few weeks, you are laughing. It's the art of telling yourself that tomorrow will be better. You can see here when I have problem with the bulldozer. I can say thanks to my father because it was not so easy to take away. The short term, my goal is to work without a robot and to have more physical function. I have already studied several strategies to reach this goal, which I will achieve in the coming months of year. I want to go to China, but I just need visa now. Finally, I remain convinced that thanks to our mind and your will, there is a solution to every problem. Among other things, it's my willpower that it has allowed me to avoid taking heavy medication and to avoid many hospital stays. My last piece of advice to you is this. Life presents us with challenge. Sometimes it's very great, sometimes not so great. It is not what happened to us that counts. What really matters is how we react to what happened to us. Before the accident, I was always challenging myself, sometimes very risky. Today, I have decided to simply take up the challenge of my life with courage, which is already a lot. But the best thing in the life is to play the clairvoyance and anticipation care, to avoid creating problems, and not to be a specialist who solves the problem that we have created of yourself. So, I want to say thank you for your listening. And if you want, I finished my second book last week. If you understand French, I make a 25% discount with EPFL, if you like. So again, thank you for everything, and we'll see you later, maybe. Goodbye.
Thank you so much, Benoit, for sharing your insights. You are probably one of the most inspiring characters we have ever met, and we wish you really the best and look forward to read your second book as well and to continue the discussion today. Speaking about great achievements, let's now reward the best graduates of the 2022 edition. The first award is the award for the best research paper. This award is presented by the Olympic Study Center and the Swiss Sport Managers Association. Please welcome on stage Mrs. Nuria Puig from the Olympic Study Center and Mrs. Ilaria Esposito co-president of the Swiss Sport Managers Association.
Thank you very much, Claude. Thank you very much to all. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's really a pleasure to be with you today, this evening. During the last year, we have had the opportunity to be in touch with all of you in several opportunities. We welcome you at the IOC Olympic Study Center to show you the collections we have. We were organizing for you a day at the Olympic House to present you some of the key IOC programs. I had the opportunity, I remember last November to November 21, to discuss with some of you about the possible topics for your research papers. And also I know that some of you were involved in the IOC research teams. So it's really a pleasure to be with you today for this graduation ceremony which marks the end of your master. As I hope you will remember, one of the missions of the IOC Olympic Study Center is to collect, to enrich, and to share the most relevant Olympic-related knowledge. So you have contributed as well to enrich this knowledge thanks to your research papers. So it's really a pleasure to share the stage with Ilaria to present the nominees and the award of this best research paper. Ilaria.
Dear graduates, congratulations to everyone. Dear Mr. President, dear Claude, dear sport friends, it's so nice to see so many faces that I have met during my sport career. We are very proud for Swiss Sport Managers to be here today and to be a long-term partner of the AISTS. I take this opportunity to thank Claude, really. I know next year will be your last year, so thank you very much for everything you have done for this partnership and also to the that contributed to the development of our association. So thank you very much from all our board and all our members. Sorry, I got emotional a little bit to say thank you. And just a few words about Swiss Sport Managers. We are the Swiss Sport, the organization who gather all sport managers in Switzerland, but all our sport managers, they come from all around the world. They are people working in sport organizations, or they are, like you, people graduated from a sport school, a sport management school. So we have approximately 400 members, and we will be very happy to welcome most of you in our association. What we do, we organize events, we organize gathering moments, we organize a lot of apéros as well. Like we have started our story in Romandie, so apéros are part. But the most important thing is that we give our members the opportunity to link, to share knowledge with each other, to share experiences, and this is a very great opportunity to discover the sport industry, the sport world, especially because here in Switzerland we are so lucky. We have so many sport organizations. A lot it has been developed here in Switzerland, so it's a very great opportunity for you to be part of the sport industry, the sport world. So now I think it's time to announce the nominees. So I thought that I will have a paper or here. Okay. So let's start with the 3 nominees. The first one is Emilian Choi for the topic on legacy of Youth Olympic Games. Second nominee is Elisa Hamelin on enhancement and optimization of the judging system in women's artistic gymnastics. And the third nominee is Paulina Petrova on private equity investments in sports, value beyond money. And just before to say the winner is, what is the prize? So the prize is 1-year membership for Swiss Sport Managers, and the person will also receive a prize money of 300 Swiss francs. So, and the winner is?
Just a moment, because the second prize is a voucher for the Olympic Museum shop of 200 Swiss francs.
Okay, great. So many prizes. So now the winner is Mrs. Polina Petrova. Congratulations.
Thank you very much, Hilaria and Nouria, for this great award and for speaking about AISTS. Thanks a lot. I would like also to take the opportunity to thank all the supervisors of the research paper who are among our professors and experts, and also in our team to the coordinator of all the research paper and also a good advisor to the participants, Dimitri Balomenos, who is sitting there, and you will meet with him as well in a moment. So now it's time for the Valedictorian Award. I've learned this name thanks to Jess, our experts in English. So basically the best master participants in terms of grades across everything. So I would like for that to invite on stage now Mr. Zeki Ayan from the prestigious Omega company. Zeki is international sport marketing manager and have been also a big person for AISTS, hosting the visit at the Omega headquarters every year since many years. So thank you, Zeki. I would like also to invite Aude Tevna, our program manager, for presenting the award. Please.
Distinguished guests, dear graduates, ladies and gentlemen, the journey of Omega, for those who know within sports, started back in early 20th century. It didn't take long for Omega ultra-precise product to be recognized by the world's leading organization, who naturally aspired to partner with the best watchmaker time in sports, like the IOC, back in 1932 in Los Angeles. Since 1932, Omega is honored to have served as the official timekeeper of the Olympic Games, a task proudly undertaken earlier this year in Beijing, and one will resume in 18 months in Paris, where Omega will assume its role for the 31st time already. Once again, we'll serve the best athletes in the world, like some of who participate in this room, recording their Olympic dreams as they strive to achieve their lifelong goals. Why this is relevant information today? I hear you all ask, like, why is he talking about this? All of us are believers in sports. Its power to generate emotions, to unify people, and to make our world a better place, to good-natured competition and the power of the rings. We are very humbled today, and thank you again, Claude, to be collaborating with the AISTS Master's Program, an innovative education program, like us, Swiss-made, with a focus on sports for passionate people like all of us. For all of you, today marks a new turning point, a new start. Graduating as the best of the best, you begin your next chapter with big dreams and bold ambitions. Today, more than ever, I think the recent years have shown us that we need a society with this, with people like you guys, with huge dreams. People with the ambition of making the world a better place. People who will achieve, who will try to be pioneers. Sport is the perfect field of play, without bad joke. All of this to make a reality, and you to have literally an impact in this world. With this said, obviously I see Aude waiting there. A watch is a perfect way to mark a milestone. Even for those who doesn't win tonight, I invite you to visit one of our store. Okay, that was my sales pitch. Obviously, it has an emotional value and can be worn forever as a reminder of what you guys have achieved here. And somehow, Leah can confirm it's a little bit lighter than a medal on a daily basis. Today, one of you will live this special moment with a symbol of your success, hard work and commitment. And really on behalf of Omega, we are really proud to present that for this master that embodies so many great values that we share in our company for almost a century. And it's really a recognition to your dedication and your achievement. So today we are very proud to present the Best Master Award 2022 paper to Mr. Andrew Koch. J'aurais dû donner ça en fait.
Oh, ouais, faudra lui donner un peu.
I still have your diploma.
So big congratulations to Andrew again. Huh? And a big thank you again to Zeki and Omega for this exceptional gift. Let's now celebrate this award with some more dance. The second performance will be en pas de deux with Quinton Williams, who is also from Béjar. The piece was choreographed by the artistic director, Gilles Roman. So please, our two dancers.
Thank you very much for this beautiful and joyful dance, Mina and Quinten. Our next speaker is representing the AISTS Alumni Committee. She graduated in 2018. She's from India, lived in India, in Hong Kong, in the Netherlands, and in Switzerland for the last 5 years. Prior to AISTS, she was a well-known sport journalist and television news anchor, hosting the highest-rated primetime English news program in India. I'd like to call on stage Ms. Tina Sharma-Tiwari.
Thank you, Celine. Thank you, Claude. Thank you, everyone, and good evening to all of you. The inspirational speakers that we've heard tonight, to the AISTS faculty, the staff, and most of all to the graduating class of 2022. It's really my honor to speak to you tonight on the behalf of the AISTS Alumni Committee, which you will be joining the community in a few minutes from now that you have officially graduated. You are entering a very rich, diverse, and unique group, one which we hope will prove to be relevant to you in the years to come, and one which I'm sure will really gain from your integration as well. I just wanted to speak to you maybe for a couple of minutes about something that perhaps I wanted to hear when I was sitting there 5 years ago in those chairs getting my diploma. I've thought about this for the last couple of weeks, and I wanted to share something which I feel is useful to you, perhaps beyond the chase your dreams and you can do anything that you want to do and nothing is impossible, which is all completely true. But what I hope to be able to share with you today is how you can do those things and not just the fact that you can. I'll just start by telling you about some of the insecurities that some of us had when we were doing this program. There were some very young participants in our class who didn't have those big, fat, long CVs. And their insecurities really stemmed from, are we going to be able to carve a space for ourselves in this world? What are we going to do next? On the other end of the spectrum, there were those of us who were the oldest in the group, and we had completely different insecurities. Our insecurities were, we had those long, fat CVs and the experience, but we had responsibilities. And for some of us, the concern was really, what if we don't eventually find a job that we're really suited to? Or, what if we have to take a few steps back? Is there going to be a regression in my career? So I look back on the situation then, and I think of how so many of us from different backgrounds and different fields really navigated that to where we are today, to being secure, settled, and fulfilled in our roles. And how we contribute to this wonderful world of sport that we are so privileged to work in. And the one word that comes to mind when I think of everyone from my group that's been able to get onto the path that they wanted to get onto is a word that I heard, I think, almost every speaker talk about tonight or mention tonight, which is perseverance. It's great to look back and see, this life's mantra being proved true again and again, not just by my classmates, but people I know who've done the program before us and after us. It's something I always talk about when someone asks me for advice, and this is what I wanted to say to you today. The fact that any goal is reachable if you simply put one step in front of the other. Let's just talk about it in the literal sense first. If you think about a goalpost, let's say 100 meters from you, you know you have to get there. You can stand there and visualize all you want. You can dream about it, you can talk about it. But until you lift that foot, put it in front of you, and then put the next foot in front of that, you're not going to be on your way. But what I can promise you is when you do lift that foot, and then the next, and then the next, there is no law of physics that's going to stop you from getting where you need to go. And that's really something that I would urge you to keep in mind, apart from the literal sense, really in your careers, in your life, in your professional growth, in your personal growth as well. You don't have to think about those 100 meters or 1,000 meters or 1,000 kilometers that are in front of you. You really just have to think about that one step that you can do today. And I know there's always athletes in the group. We know we have 2 Olympians here. I think, you athletes understand the concept of training. And it's really similar because I like to call this training your muscles of excellence, so to speak. If you can focus on doing what you can do today to the best of your ability, you're on your way. You just have to do that. What you can do today, you do with excellence. You focus on that one step of excellence every single day, and I absolutely promise you, you will get where you need to go. So the point I'm trying to make here is that this concept that we all have of getting from point A to point B physically is also something that you can actually imbibe into your lives in your personal and professional development. And all you have to do is not think about your peak performance, not think about what how you're going to get to this amazing role that you want to be at 5, 10, 15 years from now, but really what you can do about it today. Just with that note, I would like to welcome you into a wonderful network that's waiting for you to be a part of it and ready to give you a little nudge if you ever need it. And so on behalf of my colleagues on the Alumni Committee, Thomas, Roos, Zhao Li, Peter Marlett, and Christy Ducart, I welcome you all into the fold, and I wish you that little bit of excellence every single day. Congratulations to our newest members.
Thank you very much, Tina, for this precious and very useful piece of advice to our graduates. Congratulations. Now the AISTS alumni family counts 685 members. It's now time to give the floor to our graduates. So I'd like to call on stage Claudia, Pratik, and Francesca, who will be speaking on behalf of the class.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening again. Chief guest, friends and family, and all the administration. And of course, our beloved classmates. I'm glad to have you here for the graduation ceremony of the 2022 AISTS Master's Program. Are you surprised to see 3CR for the first time? Well, you should be. I guess this was the first and last year that the administration allowed it. Because we are special, and I'm sure in some situation, someone would use another adjective. But this is what we are, special. And now family. Some of us flew back for this day from Thailand, Mexico, Korea, and even Mongolia. And few of them are following us online from Korea, Qatar, and Canada. In our class, we had more than 14 nationalities. But we are one family now. And now that we have all signed and graduated, and we can say whatever we want, we would like to thank the AISTS administration for bringing 24 individuals to one family. But now I leave the floor to Sisi.
Distinguished guests, friends, family, dear classmates again. This year has been full of dreams and hopes and challenges and successes and fun and hard moments. But it is safe to say that we all successfully managed our big and small challenges and endeavors. We are all eager to see where our career and life path will take us. And I am sure we will help each other to get there, because we are stronger together. Ours was such a diverse class in nationalities, skills, personalities, that we could always profit and learn from each other. And thank you all for bringing your uniqueness to the lessons, our dear classmates. And thank you also for all the partners and in general, all the stakeholders that have made our path of knowing us better. And actually sport is a continuous practice of knowing each one of us better and improving ourselves. So to thank also specifically the administration, we have a slide, thank you, for our teachers, the scientific committee, the AISTS administration, that with effort and care to see us succeed, designed, implemented, and managed every day our lessons, our career coaching sessions, and agenda, including the field visits. Thank you, Odd. And again, thank you at large for our stakeholders in general for facilitating our path. Borrowing a phrase from T.S. Eliot, only those who will risk going too far can possibly find out how far one can go. So we have created a small segment with a lot of care and love. So now, Fran, again.
Are you ready? I doubt. So now we can move to the USA team. So thank you, Andrew, for your 365 days of chicken breast lunch. We are Lisa, to being Lisa, bringing the most of us on trails. Thank you. Kevin, for that noisy hard typing, keeping us awake after lunch classes. Thank you. And now I would like to introduce you one of our biggest community in class, the Indian gang. Yeah. Starting with Shahrukh for your messy table, where we were able to find anything on it, from painkillers to chocolate to some coins for the machine. Shubham for your always leaking bottle of coffee. Thank you. And Jay for always being the last one to go. Pratik, just being practical, Pratik. Ankush, that I guess is following online, for your calm and amazing Indian food party. And Anmol, super volunteer, always ready to go for a bike ride or a dip in the lake. Thank you.
That's only half of our class. The other, one of our other biggest community comes. So, E.G., for always bringing positive energy to the class, a mom for all of us. Thank you for being, congratulations for being a nominee as well for the research paper. Jongsu for a laugh that would wake us all up, even when he is sleeping. Jisoo, for your incredible multitasking skills. Both of them, I hope they are following us online. Ki, for your incredible sense of humor. Brian, short but nice journey with you, and we miss you. Hope he's also following online. Ivy, for your sweet innocence and amazing Chinese parties. Nomi, our personal chocolate dinner, and your singing as well. Pratik will introduce the rest.
Moving forward, we have some Latin Americans also, even though now one of them is Italian too. Cici, thank you for adding some salsa to our events over the year. And Perry, we know now where all the missing coffee capsules went. Now talking about the locals, the Europeans. Leah, thank you for making sure we celebrated every birthday in the class with a super tasty cake. Elisa is the reason why every restaurant in Lausanne has a balance sheet ready all time of the year. Artem, he is the undisputed Swiss king who knows how to live the life. Paulina, the class missed you on weekends. Daniel, thank you for introducing us to Canva, Kahoot, and super fancy presentations. Fran, he is our president, our host, amazing chef, and a friend you should always have in your life. Now, let's have one graduation motivational quote to make the process formal again. The road to success is always under construction. In the end, one last thank you to everyone who shared this moment of happiness with MAS class of 2022 tonight. It's time to celebrate all the hard work that led to this joyful occasion. Congratulations and thank you.
Thank you very much, Cici, Pratik, and Francesco for closing this ceremony with such style and beautiful sketches and personalized stories on every single people in the class. Super cool. Well done. Congratulations again.
Well, we get to the end. Sorry, 20 years, it's a bit emotional. Anyway, it's not finished because tomorrow we have Sarah, you know this very well. In slalom and giant slalom, you have 2 runs. So the second run tomorrow, so it's not finished. Anyway, before closing, I would like to thank and give a big applause to our AISTS staff. Bravo, thank you everyone. Just a little bit of organization. For our graduates, we would like to ask the class to stay here for the group picture here with a professional photograph. And then you can join, of course, the cocktail upstairs, 2 floors up. Everyone is warmly invited to join. There will be actually a photo booth as well upstairs there where you can take pictures with your family, friends, and professors. Well, I wish you all the best health and a festive end of the year. Again, that was our 20th ceremony. Sorry for that again. Tomorrow it is over 150 alumni, 250 guests in total at Sinathlon. So it's going to be a big celebration. So we all look forward to see you again there. Let's wish another 20 editions, a growing of our alumni community in a peaceful, healthy, and united world. The ceremony is now officially closed. Thank you, everyone. Merci. So, picture. And everyone can join upstairs. Merci, hein, gentil.